Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Ranker Study Time. Now we will discuss about some important works by Chaucer which are important for all competitive exams. So we will start. Geoffrey Chaucer, born in 1340 and died in 1400. Hudson says about him, the first of our really national poet, and Arnold says, father of English literature. Dryden says Chaucer is the father of English poetry. According to Arnold, Chaucer is father of literature. Chaucer served as a page of wife of Line Elizabeth, the Countess of Ulster. Chaucer primarily his education at the court and learned French, Latin languages. He married Philippa de Roit, sister of Catherine, third wife of John of Gaunt, son of Edward III. John of Gaunt थे Edward III के son. Therefore, he received an annuity from the Edward III. Chaucer's life can be divided into three periods: French, Latin and English. एडवर्ड थर्ड के बेटे की वाइफ होने के कारण कैथरीन की सिस्टर को भी कुछ वार्षिक भत्ता दिया जाता था जो चौसर को अल्टीमेटली मिलता था. Chaucer's first work is The Book of Duchess, which is written in 1368 or 1369. This is the first major poem by him. This is an elegy written on death of Blanche, Duchess of Lancaster. It is dream vision in 1334 lines. Influences from Guillaume Loris, Roman de la Roche. The narrator is reading the story about Ceyx and Alcyoune from Ovid's Metamorphoses. Juno sent the messenger to Morpheus. Ceyx lost his life at sea and Alcyoune mourned at her husband's absence. The narrator does not rely on the story, wishes to have a god like Juno or Morpheus, and falls asleep when he is thinking about it. नरेटर है जो कि साइक्स और एल्कोइनी की स्टोरी पढ़ रहा है जो कि ओविड की मेटामॉर्फोसिस से है और चाहता है कि जूनो और मॉर्फेस जैसे गॉड उसे मिले और वो कोई अपनी ही लव स्टोरी लिखे या क्रिएट करे. ये सोचता सोचता नरेटर सो जाते हैं और उसके बाद जो देखता है ड्रीम वो हम आगे और डिस्कस करेंगे. यहाँ पे साइक्स अपनी लाइफ खो देता है और उसकी वाइफ एल्कोइनी है वो मोर्न करती है, वो दुख मनाती है अपने हस्बैंड की एब्सेंस पे. The narrator wakes up in a chamber with windows of stained glass. Depiction of the story, the romance of the Rose. रोज की एक लव स्टोरी है जिसका डिपिक्शन इस स्टोरी में होता है. द नरेटर or poet sees dogs are released to hunt, run behind the deer, but a small dog remains with the narrator and guides him path to the forest, where he finds a knight in black preparing a song for the death of his wife. The narrator asks him about the kind of his grief. Then the narrator replies that he has played a game of chess with fortune and he has been checkmated. In this way he lost his wife. His wife name is Fairwight. यहाँ पे नरेटर है, देखता है, उठता है एक चैम्बर में जो कि वहाँ कुछ डॉग्स हैं जो कि छोड़ दिए जाते हैं डियर को हंट करने के लिए, लेकिन एक छोटा कुत्ता है जो कि नरेटर को फॉरेस्ट के रास्ते से गाइड करता है और वो उसको फॉरेस्ट में लेके जाता है. वहाँ पे नरेटर एक नाइट को देखता है जो कि अपनी पत्नी के लिए सॉन्ग लिख रहे हैं क्योंकि उसकी पत्नी मर चुकी है. उसकी पत्नी को वह एक चेस के गेम में फॉर्चून से हार गया है जिसका नाम फेयर वाइट है और उसके लिए वो अब दुखी है, जिसके बारे में वो गीत में गा रहा था, जिसको नरेटर पाता है और उसके बारे में पूछता है कि किस प्रकार का दुख वह मना रहा है. द हाउस ऑफ द फेम, इट इज़ एन ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल पोइम. सेकेंड वर्क इज द हाउस ऑफ द फेम और ये ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल पोइम है जो कि 3 बुक्स में कंपोज हुई है या लिखी गई है. It is written in dream allegory in 2000 lines. Book first begins with the narrator falls asleep, finds himself a temple dedicated to goddess Venus. Inside the temple he finds an inscription that depicts the story of Virgil's Aeneid. Rest of the book portrays Dido's betrayal by Aeneas. In book second, the narrator is carried by an eagle which speaks in a human voice and assured him that Jove has decided to reward him by sending him to the house of fame. सेकंड बुक में ईगल के द्वारा ले जाया जाता है नरेटर और बताते हैं कि जो उनको रिवार्ड देंगे। द allegorical description of this house and its inhabitants is left unfinished. The poem carries influence of Boccaccio, Ovid, Virgil, Aeneid, and Dante's Divine Comedy. Main themes of the poem are process of poetic creation and operations of the capricious goddess Fame. The terms galaxy and Milky Way first appeared in the English language in this poem. इसमें एलिग्रिकल डिस्क्रिप्शन है हाउस ऑफ फेम का, और वहाँ पे जो इनहेबिटेंट्स हैं वहाँ का डिस्क्रिप्शन है वो अनफिनिश्ड है, और ये पोइम है इस पर बोकेशियो, ओविड, विर्जिल और दांते के वर्क्स का इन्फ्लुएंस साफ दिखाई देता है। यहाँ पे जो टर्म है गैलेक्सी और मिल्की वे फर्स्ट टाइम इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में इसी पोइम में ही चौसर के द्वारा यूज हुई थी, जो कि अब हमारे साइंस के जो वर्क्स हैं उनमें यूज की जाती हैं। Next, a Parliament of Fowls or Parliament of Birds. It is written to celebrate the marriage of King Richard II and Anne of Bohemia in 1382. It is written in the form of a dream vision in rhyme royal stanza from approximately in 700 lines. It relies upon the beast fable tradition. It is the first reference to idea that Saint Valentine's Day was a special day for lovers. The poem begins with the narrator reading Cicero's Somnium Sapiens in the hope of learning some certain thing. When he falls asleep, Scipio Africans appears and guides him to Venus temple through celestial sphere, through Venus dark temple with its trees of doomed lovers, and out into the bright sunlight where the nature is convening the parliament at which the birds choose their mate. Three terrestrial or male eagles make their case for the hand of formal or female eagle, but she puts off her decision for another year and nature allows her. The dream ends with the song welcoming the new summer. The dreamer awakes still and satisfied. यह भी एक ड्रीम एलिग्री है जो कि किंग रिचर्ड और जो एनी बोमिया है उनकी शादी के सेलिब्रेशन के रूप में लिखी गई थी। ये ड्रीम विजन है जो कि राइम रोल स्टिंजा में लिखा गया है, 700 लाइन्स है, और इसमें जो नरेटर है वो बताता है कि जो अब मेट हैं वो कैसे चुने जाते हैं ईगल्स के द्वारा। नेक्स्ट है द लीजेंड ऑफ द गुड वुमेन। लेजेंड This is regarded as the most problematic of his dream visions. Exist in 13 manuscripts which contain 9 surviving narratives and 2 versions of prologue from what was once a larger work according to Chaucer own words. He referred to the poem both as a saint's legend of Cupid and the book of 19 ladies' names superseded in modern editorial practice, which has established the title by which we refer today, a Palinoid written in the response to the tragic story of the double sorrow of Troilus and Cressida. The poem announced its purpose to tell the story in their perspective. The 9 narratives that comprise the work of modern readers are stories of pagan women Cleopatra, Thisbe, Dido, Hypsile, Medea, Laurice, Arindine, Philomela, Phyllis, and Hypermnestra. It starts with the journal prologue. Alceste, a true lover who gave her life for her husband, entreats the god of love to pardon Chaucer and impose a penance upon him of telling stories of women faithful in love, not like Cressida who betrayed her lover Troilus. Therefore, there are different kinds of stories of love and faithfulness within variant setting. All of them are freely adapted from classical narratives like Christian de Pizan with Lee, Lever, de la Cite, Dis, Demes, Boccaccius, de Mulieribus, Clarice, etc. Chaucer selected details of well-known narratives to tell tales. Cleopatra became the model of faithful lovers. Thisbe and Pyramus devoted to each other. Dido's love for Aeneas also fair. In this way, Chaucer gave detailed narrative to make a woman loyal and respectful in the eyes of reader, and made right his last work Mistake, in which he made women अनफेथफुल। जो ट्रोइलस एंड क्रिसिडी में क्रिसिडी को अनफेथफुल दिखाया गया था, उस मिस्टेक को सुधारने के लिए इसमें वुमेन की प्रेज की गई है इस वर्क में। सो थैंक you guys, please like my video and share my video also, and subscribe my channel. Thank you, please guys like my video.